Hi and welcome everyone, all my Patreon subscribers. You know who I am and I know who you are. So today I am going to be talking about in this hobo tutorial is the fact that you need to be on the move. This is something that is important, and if you are going to be nomadic or be traveling in one form or fashion, you need to understand this simple concept that you need to always be on the move. It doesn't mean that you need to be like walking 24/7. No, what it means is that you don't stay in a place for very long. Okay, so the reason why I'm talking about this is the guy Antonio that you guys saw on my live stream yesterday. He was he's newly homeless. I'm mentoring him because I've been doing this off and on for 25 years, and because I have had not only a different experience, but because I wish somebody would have done this for me. This is kind of why I do why I'll take somebody, because he's going to be the guy that's going to teach everybody else what to do. So therefore my effort's not in vain, because he is that type of guy that will, once he finds services, he'll start directing people and integrating new homeless. Because within the homeless community, especially the older gentlemen, what they tend to do is they will integrate you into their that community, because a lot of homeless travel. They burn out areas, they don't pay their dealer, and then they run off and whatever else, because they burn too many bridges, and so they got to move on to another city. And then there's those that are just naturally nomadic like me, that just I don't like staying in places very long. It's just who I am. And so when we come into a new community, we need somebody to kind of show us where things are. Where do I get this? Where do I get that? How do I get this? And so this guy, because he's an older gentleman, he's going to be doing that type of thing when he goes into cities, because he's going to know how to find them. And then he's going to be able to teach and pass this on to other people. And I'm also teaching him the digital side, because it's something that we can pass on to homeless, or to those that don't have any work and they're trying to work. It's like, here, try this, do this, and see if it works. If you have any questions, you teach somebody, then that way they have their experience and they can share it with somebody, and then they can share it with somebody, and pretty soon it just kind of it has the effect that we're looking for. Okay, so anyways, well, after getting off tangent, let's talk about moving and keeping on the move. So each city's different. Some cities, they will allow you to sit, they'll allow you to stand, and all that other stuff. Now, there are some court cases that have gone all the way up to the Supreme Court. It's Boise somebody versus Boise, and essentially the sit-stand laws are a violation of the 8th Amendment. It is it's cruel and unusual punishment, okay? And the thing is there's been other court cases that have given us rights as citizens of the city in which we're in. Because here's the thing, when you don't have a residence in the city, you don't have a place to where you can call home and that you pay for, well, then you're not a resident of the city. You don't get the rights and privileges of those who live in the city. So therefore, that's what they've been using to kind of push everybody back, okay? And to kind of make our life a little bit hell. But things have changed over time to where that doesn't happen anymore. And so having been experiencing that's part of the reason why I am on the move, because some cities, it's just cheaper for them to fight it all the way up the court system than it is to actually implement the change. So there are always going to be cities out there that do the sit-stand laws and enforce them, and then you just have to know how to enforce your rights. And they're just waiting until somebody smart enough comes along to know how to enforce their rights, okay? So as you see, I'm on the move again. I just sat down for a minute just to be able to stabilize my camera and talk with you about this. But think of it like this. So in my day, what I like to do is, I'll have breakfast, and that takes me about an hour and a half, okay? Because I end up going to one of the feed lines and doing that. And then I'll go to, if the library's open, I'll go to the library, I'll sit there for a couple of hours, and I will get some work done. But then I need a better internet connection. So then I will get up and I will go to I'll go to Wendy's or Burger King, or I'll go across the river to the coffee shop that I can sit in, and it costs me a couple bucks for a cup of coffee, and I sit there and I do that. Now, there are ways to make money legitimately. If you guys are watching my content, I show you how to make money without having to beg for it. That's part of what this whole digital economy is about. And so you guys, what I'm hoping to do with you is to help you just kind of maintain and keep your freedom in a lot of ways, keep from getting messed with. Because the thing is this is why you don't hang around other homeless, because you're always on the move. They like to sit in one spot, okay? And so look at that, it's a nice bike. I think it's a Harley, but just if you don't keep on sorry guys, getting back on track. And I'm not editing this out because this is raw content from me. You get to see and hear my thoughts as they come out instead of me doing a whole bunch of editing. That's part of the benefit of doing this versus what you get on YouTube. But anyways, just you spend a couple hours, you spend a couple of bucks, and you're gonna go sit places that will allow you to be productive, that places that are inexpensive, like Panera Bread. It's really where a lot of homeless have gone because of the whole free 2 month of the SIP club, and it's worth the money if you have a Panera that's close to you. But if not, well, then you got to find something else. And so, you go sit at Panera for a while, you go sit here for a while, and it costs you a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there, but what you're doing is you're making money. And so now you don't have to worry about paying rent, you don't have to worry about all that other stuff, but you're always on the move. You're going into areas, sitting down, paying, so that one, you can have your own peace of mind, but two, this is as my grandfather said, if you want to be an idiot, hang around 9 other idiots and you'll be the 10th idiot. Okay? And so you don't want to hang around with people too much, or the wrong people too much, because what happens is then they rub off on you, their bad habits rub off on you, and you don't want it. So keeping on the move is important in this manner. And just if you're being productive and you're working, you don't have anything to pay for. Now that's money you can stack. Let's say you want to buy a house. Well, hey, now you can do something like this and go and buy a house. Save up for 3 years while you do this constantly moving around, and sometimes you sleep outside, sometimes you sleep in a shelter, and as long as you're keeping your tools in order, you're good. And this is how you can make money and actually afford the things that you want, because you're taking advantage of some of the benefits that the system allows those who are willing to go through the grind. And I mean, let's put it honestly. When you're outside, when you're homeless, when you're a nomad, you only have 2 choices: either move, or be productive. And so you might as well take that time, instead of just being always moving. Take some time to be productive, and you want to move, but you're going to be moving to areas that are going to allow you to be more productive. You're going to walk into other parts of town where, as long as you dress decently, you'll be respected as if you are a housed person, while you still enjoy the benefits of being unhoused, because you're saving money and you're taking time, because sometimes things take a minute to build. You need a moment. And so this will help you, do something like that while still keeping your dignity, while not allowing the circumstance to actually take a hold of you and leave its mark. Because a lot of the homeless that you've seen that have gone out, look at the marks that homelessness have left on them, and you'll be able to see them if you pay attention long enough. Okay, so if you don't want to have to deal with that stuff, well, keeping on the move is the most important thing you can do. So thank you for watching. Anything else you need to know may be down in the description. Otherwise, send me an email and I will respond. I'll see you in the next video.